Hey everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Who is Tempted to Reach Out to You? And we will be having initials at the end of every pile, so do stick around for that. Thank you so much for being here today. And we're going to go ahead and get into the piles. For pile number 1, we have the J for Jellyfish. So if you're feeling the letter J or you're just feeling the jellyfish, you can choose pile number 1. There'll be details in the description box below for timestamps. If you like the whale, you'll choose pile number 2 or the letter W. Okay, for whale, for pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have the mouse. If you're feeling the M or the mouse, you'll choose pile number 3. So like I said, details are in the description box below for how to choose your pile based on pile 1, 2, or 3 timestamps. And for those of you that are wanting a personal reading with me, details for how to book one are below. And if you're wanting a personal natal chart reading with me, you can also use the description box below to find all the details to my website, etc., for how to do that. So let's go ahead and begin. Get the initials all shaken up here. I'm going to read, or I'm going to do the bell here. So bear with me while I ring a bell. Okay. Let's go ahead and invite in the energy, everybody. And let's begin. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the J for Jellyfish. Thank you so much for being here today. And today's reading is called Who is Tempted to Reach Out to You? We'll be doing initials at the end of the pile. So do stick around till the end of the reading. And also, while this reading is meant to be kind of a love reading for who's tempted to reach out to you from a love perspective, there may be other people that come through with messages as well. And we are in Halloween season, so there may be some messages from the other side as well coming in too. But I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling your tarot cards, pile number 1. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy of pile number 1. And thank you so much. Let's go ahead and find out who is tempted. Ooh, strength, Leo energy. I like that. Okay. Whatever way, whoever reaches out, at the end of the day, Spirit wants you to know you're in control, okay? And you're entering a period of your life where you're really the final say and you're in control of, what happens to you, pile number 1, okay? Gaining confidence, gaining control, feeling strong, okay? And let's go ahead and see for this person that wants to reach out to pile number 1, what is their message? What is their message to pile number 1? Okay, pile number 1. The 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. All right. And somebody who let you go, I feel, pile number 1, but regrets it. Okay, somebody who's sitting in the energy of regret or remorse for something that happened here, feeling very lost emotionally. And perhaps this is how you guys were feeling when this person left. But I feel like these days, pile number 1, you're stronger than ever. And there's not a lot that can intimidate you these days. You're strong, you're self-confident, you feel purposeful. You're striding out to meet your destiny. Even like your walk is more powerful, your posture is more powerful, you're more clear-headed than you've ever been. And perhaps some of you have felt like, well, yes, all that's true, but I'm not feeling as creative as I used to, because sometimes like when we're in emotional turmoil, we can draw like a lot of creative energy from that. But I feel it's better to be clear-headed and let the creativity and ideas come to you, okay? So pile number 1, good for you. Let's find out who is tempted to reach out to you. Like I said, there may be more than one person coming up for you in this reading. We have not in the mood, angry and upset, okay? We have dirty talk, tell me, like, naughty things over the phone, dirty talk. Okay, we have intuition. You already know the answer you seek. You already know who wants to reach out to you or who's tempted to reach out to you, but I feel like you guys are really not in the mood to hear it, perhaps. And I get it, pile number one. It's like, yeah, I already know that this person wants to reach out to me. I already feel that they're hanging on to me emotionally. And it's like when you got better, they got worse, is kind of what I'm feeling. Or when you, like, you know, when you finally put your foot down with this situation and said, you know, I'm just not in the mood to deal with this anymore, then I kind of feel like this person, your intuition may be telling you that, yeah, you know who this person is already, and you can feel them like intuitively kind of in your energy. We have Sagittarius here. Okay, so for some of you, this could be a Sagittarius, or perhaps you have Sagittarius in your chart. Yeah, I mean, I feel you're a very passionate person, pile number one, and as passionate and strong as you are about the people that you care about, like, you know, maybe at times you can have, I mean, I feel like you've conquered it a lot, pile number one, but perhaps in the past you had a bit of a temper, or you could get a bit of a temper with people, especially, you know, like just being, I mean, we have not in the mood here because someone's angry and upset, but then we also have people who are like texting naughty things to each other. And so perhaps how this would go with this person is you would be like not in the mood to hear from them, or you'd still be mad at them because of something, and then they would reach out, and then it would eventually evolve into saying kind of like naughty things or naughty texting. And like your intuition, I feel like always kind of goes off when this person is about to reach out to you or is tempted to reach out to you. But I'm also getting that it kind of like throws you guys off a little bit, and it's kind of, you know, or it used to throw you guys off a little bit, and it's like, I'm not really in the mood to be like thrown off these days. I'm not really in the mood to be like angry and upset all the time. I'm not in the mood to kind of like put up with shit, is what I feel. Pile number one. We have Saturn, Uranus, okay? And this could be somebody that, you know, you went back and there was commitment, Saturn, and then there was no commitment, Uranus, okay? And it was interesting because there was a Saturn-Uranus square going on in 2021, like for everyone on a mundane level. And it was hitting at various points, especially hard during the year 2021. So perhaps this is somebody that you had a lot of ups and downs with in 2021. Okay, it's 2023 now, but that's interesting. We have eclipse in Aries. Boost relationships through teamwork and compromise, collaboration. Okay, boost relationships through teamwork and compromise. And, you know, but Aries isn't necessarily a sign known for its compromising energy. Okay, it's kind of more impulsive or more doing what it wants to do. Okay, perhaps some of you have Mercury in Aries in your chart, or Moon in Aries, or planets in Aries, but boost relationships through teamwork or compromise. But this Saturn-Uranus energy can also feel like it's all or nothing, okay? Either commit fully or be gone out of my life, okay? And a lot of changes, a lot of highs and a lot of lows, I feel, with this connection. We have here surrender, intuition. You already know the answer that you seek, okay? And there could have been something about this person's words or touch, etc., that was very electrifying in a lot of ways, or very energizing. And but at the same time, I also feel like you guys kind of feel like this person held you back from making changes in your life, or that this situation was holding you back, is also what I feel with this Saturn-Uranus. And that there was a breakthrough that was coming through in your life to kind of relieve you of some of these hardships. But at the same time, you might have felt like this situation was really holding you back. We have celebration and social occasions. So this person with Sagittarius, celebration and social occasions, this person may want to invite you out somewhere, or they might want to, suggest that you meet them somewhere for something fun, or like this person has been out doing something fun and they can't help but think about you and think that you would enjoy like what they're doing. And sometimes like on a whim, I feel like this person just kind of like when they're out and about and doing things or celebrating something, they really want to call you, or they really want to text you or reach out to you. And with this collaboration energy, perhaps this is somebody that you helped reach a milestone, pile number one, or that you helped get them started in some type of way. I'm also kind of feeling entrepreneurial energy here. So perhaps, this is somebody that like you really encouraged, or you really encouraged what they were doing, or you really tried to listen and be helpful to this person about the ideas that they were having. But this person could be celebrating something right now, pile number one, and they want you there, or they want you at that event, whether it's a graduation, whether it's like a business opening, an art exhibit, social occasions, going to a party. I feel like this person like looks for you or wants to see you there, okay? And they may end up going somewhere to like a social occasion just to see if you are there. And if your intuition is telling you like this person's gonna show up, or then maybe, they did surprise show up in different places that you weren't expecting them, but you weren't in the mood because you were still mad or upset with this person. And the energy that I'm getting with Saturn Uranus is kind of pulling the rug out from underneath you. And perhaps this person did try to invite you out or invite you to something, and it's like, I don't want to go, I'm not in the mood. But then at the last minute, perhaps you changed your mind and you ended up talking to this person very, like it happened very abruptly or impulsively with this eclipse in Aries, okay? And I'm also, what's interesting is the first eclipses that happened in Aries Libra polarity were at the end of April of 2023. So I do feel like something with this could have been going on at the end of April of 2023 of this year. And so there could have been a celebration or a party, or there could have been, something, maybe you were talking to this person around then, pile number one, but I am getting something about the end of April, like April 20th through April 30th of 2023, like that zone. Maybe somebody has a birthday during that time, or there was an event or a celebration. It could be a birthday party too. Are you concerned about commitment, celebrations, and social occasions? Are you concerned about commitment, Saturn, Uranus? Do you have fears around social situations? Yeah. Saturn, Uranus, like not in the mood, not feeling up to partying or going anywhere or having social anxiety could definitely be a Saturn, Uranus. Somebody in this situation could have some type of social anxiety. And I feel if that's you, pile number one, I definitely feel like you're taking the steps now to overcome some of that social anxiety. Okay. Are you concerned about commitment? This is somebody who wanted you to come to an event, but maybe you didn't feel like it. Or maybe they wanted you wanted them to come to your event, but they didn't feel like it. Somebody in this situation has social anxiety. Pile number one, okay? Do you have fears around social situations? Would you like to break free from the repressed you? Yeah, that is very much Saturn, Uranus, okay? And maybe you were not in the mood because you did have social anxiety around a situation and you were feeling repressed at the time and you weren't feeling like doing anything. And then it's like somebody got mad or upset because of that, okay? I'm also seeing a very, very, very cute outfit of like, you know, a pleather or a leather vest that like zips up and shows some cleavage. I like it. Or somebody wearing big hoop earrings and a hat, like, you know, with like a leather jacket or a black coat over that. Looks really cute. Like somebody could have been really cute, like all dressed up, wanting to go out somewhere, but at the last minute decided, no, I'm not going. I don't feel like it, you know? And so do you have fears around a social situation? And perhaps there was a misunderstanding in this situation about, you know, the social anxiety or feeling not in the mood to kind of do something, okay, is also what I'm getting here. Because we do have a lot of fire energy. We have Sagittarius and Aries. And so I feel like there could be somebody in this connection who's very outgoing and very sociable, and then somebody who's not, you know, or somebody who's a little more repressed or struggles with social anxiety. So pile number one, that could have factored into this whole thing, but I do feel like there was a misunderstanding about this situation. And I do feel like this person has been tempted to reach out to you, and they may feel that you're like a little bit mad or upset at them because of this, okay? And maybe your intuition was telling you to like surrender this connection or to just let it go. And because this person wasn't going to come or you weren't going to be able to come, so it's like, I'm just going to kind of like let this go and be the bigger person, is another thing that I'm feeling with the Strength card, pile number one, okay? Let's get a message from this particular person. I'm also getting the T names, okay? First name, last name. We will get initials at the end, but I just have to say that. We have the Four of Pentacles, okay? A very Saturnian type of a card. We have the Ace of Cups. Ooh, I like it. Such a bountiful Ace of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. I missed my chance. And in this deck, he looks a little bedraggled here. Bedraggled isn't really a word, but he looks a little like, wow, I missed my chance, you know? It's like, I didn't feel like doing anything or going anywhere at the time. And I felt very like, you know, felt very anxious or upset, or I had too much on my mind that day, or I had too much going on that day. But the truth is I feel like this person kind of makes excuses because they're a little bit afraid of love, I feel. But also, like, I do feel like this person really, really digs you, or like really, really like, you know, and this person may have heard that you're like talking to other people, or that now you're single, or that now you're like, I don't know, I feel like you're really shining, pile number one, and you've got a lot of love to give, and you may have, you know, admirers around you, or be looking really good or looking really together, looking and feeling your best. And I kind of feel like this person maybe was a little bit intimidated, pile number one. But at the same time, I also feel like they were being kind of closed off or stubborn about a situation because they didn't really want to maybe admit that they were wrong at the time, or they didn't want to tell you why they changed their mind. But I kind of also feel like subconsciously this person's a little bit afraid of love, pile number one, but then like opportunities pass them by, and then like after the fact they realize, well shit, I kind of like had feelings for pile number one. Or is it too late now that I'm feeling better? Is it too late to ask pile number one out again? Is it too late to kind of come back around and say something? Or I kind of feel like they think that you have like so many admirers, and maybe you don't, pile number one. You're like, I don't have 1,000 admirers. What is this person thinking? But they may feel that you do, just because of kind of like maybe your presence on social media, or, you know, who you are, or their impression of you. And it's like, well, geez, you know, I kind of want to like say something, but I'm a little afraid I'm just like one person in like the drop of the bucket, or I'm a little afraid that pile number one is like in love with someone else, or I'm afraid I missed my chance at love, or I'm afraid that I didn't say something when I should have. Okay. All right. And you know what's so funny about this jellyfish is I feel like this person didn't really want to come off as clingy or didn't really want to come off as needy, and instead they kind of came off as cold or uninterested. Saturn, Uranus, okay? But I mean, actually they are and they were, is what I feel, pile number one. We have the King of Pentacles here. Okay. Yeah, so this person has a lot of growing to do here. And this is a lot of pentacles. Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Some of you could have been dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But somebody who's like very, I mean, King of Pentacles takes his commitments seriously, okay? And perhaps this person really did give you the impression that they do take their commitments seriously. Or perhaps you got the impression that this person was like very stable, or like, you know, very committed. Like maybe they are very successful, or they, you know, they're very committed to their work, or they're very committed to family, or they're very just committed to things in life. But I mean, I feel like this person is good maybe at the material side of life, like, you know, showing up for work on time, like, you know, balancing their checkbook, like, you know, like being there for friends. I kind of feel like this person does value that sense of showing up for somebody and being committed. But I also feel when it comes to love, I feel like this person's a little bit shakier, or they're a little bit less experienced, or they don't feel as confident, or they feel kind of stupid, you know, and or like they feel stupid reaching out after kind of what happened. And I also feel like they're a little bit shy, pile number one, because they kind of feel like they're gonna bore you for some reason, or that you will find them boring, or that they won't be like the exciting thing that you're looking for. And I kind of think that, you know, in a way, like meeting you kind of swept this person off their feet in a way. But I also feel like they play it safe sometimes, pile number one. They play it a little bit too safe, and they assume that everybody else is like having some extravagant love life, and it's like, not, you know, I mean, not really. Like, I feel you guys are just independent, and you're focused on, you know, taking care of business in your life and being really independent. And perhaps some of you are like single, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm like very, very single at this point. And perhaps some of you are actually enjoying it, and you're like, you know what, I'm actually like loving my independence and my freedom and all of that. And because there's nothing worse than feeling like repressed in a relationship, that like you can't shine or be yourself. And I feel like you guys are really focused on, you know, being yourselves and being comfortable with yourself, and you know, not overdoing things in your life, and being very, having a lot of integrity behind your actions. And but I also kind of feel like you guys are also brave or courageous people, pile number one, and you don't like it when people like wuss out of things. You know, like I do feel like you have compassion for people that are struggling like with social anxiety and stuff like that. But if people don't communicate and they just like represent themselves as like closed off or walled off, then, you know, that gives you a different idea about what that person is about. So I find this really interesting here, pile number one. Also too, with the two court cards here, this Page of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, I do feel like there could be two people that want to reach out for you, to you, is another message that I'm getting. I'm also getting somebody who's like in the wine business, or in the like wineries or hospitality industry, or somebody who owns, like, I don't know, I'm going out on a limb, but somebody who owns like a vineyard or who works at one, pile number one, or somebody who, I'm getting there's somebody who's older and somebody who's younger with the Page of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, like somebody who's more accomplished and then somebody who's a little less accomplished. And thinks that normally you go out with people who are like a lot more together than them, or like a lot more wealthy or older or things like that. Okay, but I kind of feel like there are two people here. Pile number one, both of them could have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, and yeah, you know, with the Page of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, you know, there's a big emphasis on being stable before inviting love into one's life so that one has something to offer, you know? So perhaps this person is really focused on that right now, pile number one. But let's get some initials from you. I'm also getting the B's. I mentioned the T's earlier, but I'm getting B or T. So let's see here for my pile number ones who chose the jellyfish. Let's get some initials here. Okay. We have an N. We have a Z. New Zealand in the house. We have F. Fish. F-I. Fish. Finished. I finished. Okay. We have a C. A C. Okay. Nick, N-I-C, Nick or Nicole could be here too. Also feeling like the word Frank. Maybe somebody here knows somebody named Frank, or a middle name, or you have a father or grandfather with that name, but I just have to say that. I feel like you guys are like, I'm fine, you know? Like what you guys are saying is like, I'm fine, like, I don't really care anymore, like I'm fine. Maybe that's how you guys feel. Here's the T I was talking about, okay? Here's the T. And then there's the L. Okay, ill, I-L-L. Somebody who fell ill or somebody who wasn't feeling well, okay? Tick, T-I-C, someone who has like a nervous tick or something is also that I'm getting. Also, of course, we're missing the K, but lick, L-I-C-K. Okay. Anyway, also it kind of feels like spelling out the word fickle, which is something that, you know, I feel like you guys really don't like. We have an R here. And we have a J for jellyfish. So that's really interesting. And let's see, I have Tiff, T-I-F-F. I also have Riff, okay. Let's see what, jilted, like somebody feeling jilted or getting into a tiff or a fight with someone. That wants to reach out to you. We have jilt here, and Flint, F-L-I-N-T, Flint is here. Perhaps some of you are familiar with Flint, Michigan. I just have to say that because the city is here, Flint. Okay, could be Clint, C-L-I-N-T, Clint. And of course, also too, you know, Clint, if you remove the N, you guys know what I'm saying. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Okay. You guys know what I'm saying anyway. I don't need to even go there. Okay. I'm going to go with two more initials here. And Jill, J-I-L-L. Okay. And till later. I feel like somebody could have said like till later. Okay, let's see what else we have here. We have a K, all right. Kick, K-I-C-K, like I could kick myself, okay, for not like saying something or doing something sooner. We also have ick, okay? So maybe something in this reading gave you guys the icks. I hope not, pile number one. I hope you guys didn't get the icks, but tick, T-I-C-K. Okay, and let's get one more letter here. One more letter. We have U. Ooh, F-U-C-K. What? Wow. Pile number one. You see the F-U-C-K? Woo. I-F-U-C-K. You're a fucker. Ooh. Okay. What is going on? Are you guys mad? Pile number one. Are you? I mean, I feel like maybe you were really mad, you know, in the past. Like, you could have been really mad, but I feel like right now you're just like, you know, you're good. You're like, that's fine. I don't really like need this anymore. Okay. The word Rick is here. Frick you. Uh-oh. Pile number one. Okay. Interesting energy and tough, T-U-F-F, tougher. I feel like it's like I'm tougher now. I'm stronger now. Strength card. And yeah. Wow. File number one. Okay. I hope that reading, maybe I feel like you guys aren't really that mad anymore. Like maybe the whole situation just gave you the icks, or you're like, you're ick, or, you know, for doing that or for saying that. And interesting. Pile number one. They always figure it out after the fact, don't they? They always figure out something after the fact, and then all of a sudden they want to come back. But I kind of feel like you guys are in a really good position, so don't worry. Okay, pile number one. And I'm going to go ahead and take it to pile number two. Thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to pile number two. Okay, let's do pile number two. Alrighty, let's do it. Let's ring the bell. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the whale, and today's reading is called Who is Tempted to Reach Out to You? So we're going to go ahead and get into your reading, pile number two, with the W for whale. And stick around to the end of the reading because we will have initials at the end. And more than one person may come through in this reading. Although this reading is geared to love, it may be, you know, it may be other people that come through too. So let's go ahead and get into the energy. Let's see here. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy for pile number two. And let's find out who is tempted to reach out to my pile number twos. Who is tempted to reach out to my pile number twos? Let's go ahead and see. Who is, and what is their message? What is their message here? What is their message as far as who is reaching out to pile number two or attempted to reach out? What is their message? All right. Thanks for being patient, pile number two. Sometimes we just got to wait a second. We have the 8 of Pentacles and perfection. Ooh, I like that. Pile number two is P-U-R-R, perfection, baby. Let's go ahead and take a look at the oracle cards. We have buffet, a little bit of everything. Ooh, I like that. This person's like, I want to try a little bit of everything when it comes to pile number two. And I want to sample everything on the menu, okay? Not just like one thing or one time. I want to try a little bit of everything. Uh-oh, pile number two. Look at this fellow here. Look at this well-dressed fellow with the intense eyes. Hi, it's me again, wanting another chance. Oh boy, pile number 2. This someone who wants to try a little bit of everything, or perhaps this is somebody that you guys, you and this person did a little bit of everything with, or tried a little bit of everything on the menu. Wink, wink, pile number 2. But this person coming through saying, I'm still hungry, pile number 2, with this buffet. I'm still hungry. And they're saying, I got a fever, and the only prescription is pile number 2, okay? If you guys know where that line comes from, you can tell me. I got a fever, and the only thing that'll fix it is more cowbell. So let's go ahead. This person's like, I'm still hungry. I'm sitting over here. I'm still interested. I'm still hungry, and I still want some more, okay? We have retreat, time alone or in nature will help you recharge. So maybe some of you are like, I need a hydration break, Natalie. I need a break over here. And it's hard walking around being as perfect as I am and nailing everyone to the utmost perfection, okay? Pile number 2. But perhaps you backed off a little bit and you thought, oh, this person's coming on a little strong. Or it's a lot, like, it's like they want a lot, or they're coming on a little too strong. Let me pull back a little bit, or perhaps they pulled back a little bit, but they're still starving and they're wanting more. We have tie me up, no running, and handcuffs. Okay, so somebody who could be into the tying of the wrists and stuff like that, pile number 2. But, there's retreat and then there's no running, okay? And it's like, whoa, 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 get back here. Like they said on TikTok, she's a runner, she's a track star, pile number 2. Are you a runner? Are you a track star over here? There's a lot of running, and then a lot of retreating, and then a lot of stopping and going and coming and leaving. And it's like, oh no, you're not going anywhere. I'm about to tie it up. Let's see what else we've got going on here. We have Mercury, Saturn. Okay, so perhaps the communication stalled out a little bit between you two, or perhaps the communication was a little bit dry, or it was a little bit on the dry side for you guys. I mean, with Mercury, Saturn, it's kind of like, yeah, I like it too, but I prefer more open communication, or I prefer more communication, or I prefer somebody who talks a little bit more, and perhaps this person, I get the feeling they have really intense eyes and their eyes say a lot, but perhaps they're not a person of many words, or perhaps they don't really speak up about things too much, or maybe you were feeling a little bit shy, or it kind of feels like communication maybe stalled a little bit between you and this person, or kind of waned is what I'm getting, or slowed down a little bit. We have here, but it didn't really change this person's, hunger. They still are very hungry over here, pile number 2. We have eclipse in Leo. Shine bright like the star that you are. Okay. And perhaps this person has Leo in their chart, or you have Leo in your chart. And there could be a surprising Leo, or somebody who has a lot of Leo in their chart that you would assume is more talkative or more outgoing, but they're actually not, okay? So if you guys know a Leo who you would think, wow, they should be more outgoing or more talkative or more social or more communicative, but they're really not. They seem kind of withholding. So maybe some of you are dealing with a person like that, or you're like that, pile number 1, where you do have this dramatic side to you, or you do have this, dramatic creative flair to yourself, but you're also a little bit shy, I kind of feel. Or perhaps somebody here is an introvert as well, with retreat, time alone, or in nature will help you recharge. And that could be somebody who has Sun in the 12th house, or like, Sun and Leo in the 12th house, like maybe not needing to hog up all the attention, maybe a little bit quieter, a little bit more shy. But sometimes introverts can be kind of read as maybe like not interested, or when they actually are, but they just need time alone as well. Okay. Shine brightly like the star that you are. This person's like, shine over my head like you're heaven, and or like I'm heaven and you're the stars. Shine over me, baby, is what I feel like this person is saying. Okay. They're saying that you really shine, or something about you this person finds very, very special. Okay. And maybe you guys do have like a little shy thing, or a little withholding thing, or a little thing that you guys do that kind of like drives people crazy, or you don't give up everything all at once. You kind of like give a little and then back up, and then give a little and back up. And, this person's like, hi, I'm trying to know you, pile number 2. I'm trying to like open you up, like communication wise. I'm trying to get to know you, like that type of thing. And it's like, so we have share wisdom coming from the roots of a tree. And, when we look at trees, oftentimes, like, we see how old they are and just how much they've evolved, and, how self-contained a tree is. Like, it's its own living organism in and of itself. And I kind of feel like that's who you guys are. That yes, you are an attractive person, and there's only so much of yourself that you'll let people see, or there's only maybe one part of your personality that you like to draw attention to, but there's this whole like deeper side to you, pile number 2. There's this whole like wisdom sharing, growing, communion, spiritual, wisdom, deep side to you that not everybody knows about. Perhaps some of you like walking alone in nature, or you like journaling, or you like writing poetry, or you like writing things in general. Some Mercury Saturn people can actually be very powerful writers and very disciplined writers, but perhaps some of you guys like to retreat with a good book, or you like to take walks in nature, or you don't always like, there's this side that people see of you, but then there's also like this deeper side that not everybody has access to. And I feel like this person is like, share yourself with me, like show me yourself, like expose yourself to me, is kind of what I'm getting here, like exposure, like on a camera. And maybe somebody here likes to take pictures, or has been taking pictures recently, and has been like noticing little orbs in the picture. Perhaps some of you have done that in the past. But we also just had like a ring of fire eclipse. Maybe somebody got a really cool photo of that, or shared a photo with you on that. But I'm just seeing like here that this person's trying to like draw you out, or trying to get to know you more, and wants you to like talk to them more. But I also feel like perhaps when you're with this person, there isn't a whole lot to say, or maybe you both have a reserved side, or maybe you were both really quiet when you were around each other, or had a lot on your mind when you were last around each other, or talked or saw each other here. And we have manifest your dreams and watch them materialize. Be willing to work on the inside. Yeah, like I talked about, be willing to work on the inside to make manifestation possible. Make your intentions clear. And so, that may be something of like this person's like saying, wants to reach out to you to make their intentions clear, or wants to surprise you with something, and it's going to come out of left field, and you're going to be like, what? And then they're going to like surprise you with their intention, or surprise you with what they do or what they say. And I feel like it's in a moment when you're not even paying attention, or you're not even really thinking about it, that this person really does want to reach out. I kind of feel like they will reach out, pile number 2. I kind of feel like this person, they may have already reached out, you know, they want to reach out again is what I'm getting, you know, like they're like, I'm trying to reach out again. And perhaps there is some back and forth with the retreating and the tying up and no running, but then the retreating, but then the communications, you know, like not full throttle, like up in your face communication. But honestly, I feel like you don't really need that right now anyway, pile number 2. Like maybe some of you are needing some time to work on, you know, your inner world, or you're needing some time to like write and reflect, or you're needing some time to kind of be by yourself to kind of organize your thoughts, which is also a very Mercury Saturn type of thing. But it's like, once my thoughts are organized and once I know what I want to do, then like it's very clear to me. And Spirit here, just for those of you, I feel some of you are meant to be in the spotlight and that you have a lot of talent, but perhaps you're introverted, or perhaps you retreat from putting yourselves out there sometimes, but you've got a lot of talent. Perhaps you have planets in Leo, but shine brightly like the star that you are. And this person's like, hey, what's up? I'm trying to shine with you too, boo. Okay. And I do feel like this person is trying to manifest themselves into your life, but they're, with the 8 of Pentacles, they could be waiting for the perfect time or waiting for the perfect moment to kind of like say something. And, you know, it's kind of a long drawn out seduction. I kind of feel a little bit, and it kind of goes on and on type of a thing. But it may not move at the quickest pace is what I'm getting, pile number 2. So how do you feel about that? You know, maybe that's perfect for you, for where you are in your life right now. Like maybe you don't want somebody putting a ton of pressure on you right now. Maybe that's not what you're feeling. Okay. But this person's like, you know, show me you, like show me who you are. I also feel like they want you to show them like your photography or your creative skills, or, you know, they're like interested in who you are is what I feel too. Okay. But let's go ahead and see what their message is. We have the 3 of Wands and communication. Yeah, they are wanting to talk. Anxiety, the 8 of Swords. They want to talk, but they aren't sure what to say. You know, because I feel like you're different than some of the people. Like, you know, there's a unicorn coming out here of the rainforest. And to me, that's just telling me that you guys are really unique or quirky or different. Perhaps some of you have Aquarius in your chart as well, but you're just not like the average person that they usually go for. But I feel like you're actually something better. But I do feel like they want to take action towards you with the 3 of Wands, but they feel like a little like, what do I say? What do I do? How do I, like, I want to talk or I want to say something, but I don't want it to be awkward, is what, you know, they're trying to be a little bit smooth, I feel, pile number 2. So it's like, I want to say something, but I don't want to be awkward, or I don't want to make you uncomfortable, as in I want to say something to pile number 2, but I don't want to make pile number 2 like uncomfortable. And they are a little unsure of how what they have to say is going to be received, is what I feel. We have the 2 of Pentacles and balance. So, you know, this talks about like, you know, you putting a little in, you taking a few steps forward, they take a few steps forward. Like, I feel they would like to see the situation become more like this instead of like you pulling back, or because to them that means like that you're not interested or that you don't like them. But I kind of feel like each person like makes a suggestion, or each person's like, hey, do you want to go this place? Hey, do you want to hang out? Like, there does need to be a change in the way the balance goes in this connection, I feel. And this person would like to see it become more balanced, or see like it's exciting, right? I do feel with the 3 of Wands, this person's like very excited and nervous with the 8 of Swords to talk to you. They don't know how it's going to go, but they're hoping that you guys get on the same page is what I feel here. We have the Nine of Wands and fear. Yeah, so it's kind of like a little bit scared, okay? A little bit scared, or a little awkward, a little bit scared, and a little bit scared of maybe saying the wrong thing or of doing the wrong thing or throwing off the balance in the connection, okay? Connect for introverts, connecting with people can be like really hard work, you know? It can feel like work, and it can feel like intimidating and overwhelming, and it can feel like a lot, okay? And I do feel like they kind of fear that in this connection, maybe they'll have to do all the work, or they'll have to say all the things, or that you really don't like them, or that they're a little scared, I feel like, of putting in effort and energy into something and then not have anything like become of it, you know, or of like putting in effort to something and then have it not pan out, which, you know, I mean, I get it. And there always is that kind of nerve-wracking period when it's like, should I say something? I don't know. Like, you know, I want the energy to become more balanced between me and pile number 2, but I'm a little afraid of like doing the wrong thing. I feel like they wish that you would show them a little bit more of what you want so that they know like how far they can push it or what they can do, you know? And I feel like they don't really want to scare you, but at the same time, they want to like test you a little bit, if that makes sense. Pile number 2, maybe test you a little bit on what you want, or like what you want to do is kind of also what I'm feeling here. So this person wants to talk. They're a little bit afraid of, you know, what will happen as a result. Like if you do talk, will it bring you two closer, or will it create more like frustration or disarray, is kind of what I'm feeling, okay? And I do feel like with share wisdom that this person would like to know like where you're coming from and where you're at and like what you're thinking, okay? And maybe some of you are afraid like that it's too much, or what you have to say is too much. But I also just kind of say that, you know, until you kind of have to get into the balance, right, with someone where it's like I give some, you give some, and it's always that fear that we'll be the one holding the bag, or we'll be the ones giving too much, or we'll be pushing for something that the other person doesn't really want. Like, I do kind of see there's some nervousness about that, but it's what you make of it, right? It says, make your intentions clear, okay? And I do feel like this person, you know, wants to hear from you as well, pile number 2, and they want you to kind of make your intentions clear as well. Like, what do you want with them? Or like, what are you looking for is kind of what I feel too. And I am getting like that hesitancy to kind of push something forward because a little bit afraid of how the other person's going to take that, okay? So pile number 2, I mean, it can be exciting though. Like these beginning phases, they can be nerve-wracking or they can be exciting. But one thing we always want to do is keep the line of communication open. And maybe you guys do talk about a little bit of this or a little bit of that, but you haven't really gone like super deep yet, okay? And maybe there is a need to kind of go a little bit deeper. But this person's saying hi. So they do want to say hi to you. Hi, it's me again, wanting another chance. Like, let's talk again, okay? So let's get some initials, pile number 2. Interesting energy. Let's get some initials. I love the whale spirit too, because whales are just so intuitive and compassionate, empathic creatures. But they also do spend time alone, like swimming thousands of miles in the vast ocean. Let's see here for you guys for letters. We have, oh my gosh, hi. This person wants to say hi. With the Three of Wands, I feel like they want to say more than hi, but they also are scared to say more than hi because maybe it comes off as being like too much. But again, this person just wants to say hi. The letter B. Okay. Hi, B. Okay, if somebody's name starts with B, Brittany, Brandon, Beaver, just kidding. I don't know. But hi, B, or hi, babe, or hi, baby, or something like that. But I don't know if you guys are at the hi, baby level yet, pile number 2, but hi, B, okay? Hi, baby. Let's see what else here. Let's see what else for pile number 2. We have an S, okay? B-I-S-H, bish. I love that spelling of the word bish is B-I, bish, please. Anyway, we've got the M, him, okay? Him, H-I-M-B-S, okay? I think you guys are just really attuned to people who like bullshit you and who kind of like act like they want to talk, but really like run away. So maybe sometimes you guys have dealt with that, especially with an X, because an X is here and we have XOXO. So somebody who maybe writes XOXO in their text messages or their emails, but X's and O's, baby. There's definitely an X popping up here, okay? And let's see what else. Miss, I miss, okay? I-M-I-S-S, I miss, okay? Could be Missy, the name Missy too. I miss you is kind of what this person is saying, or I miss talking to you. Let's see what else IBS, somebody who struggles with IBS or struggles with, struggles with gut related issues. I do see that here. We have a Z, okay? Z is or Izzy. We have V, Isabel, Izzy, Isabel could be here. We have BV. We have an R. Okay. Ribs, okay? Somebody that really likes to eat ribs, or somebody who has something going on with their actual ribs is also what I'm seeing here. Okay, and we also have Sir. This person definitely looks like a Sir if you ask me. But anyway, Sir good looking over here. Sir Mr. Hot Stuff over here. Pizza, okay, P-I-Z-Z, we're just missing the A, but we also have hump. We've got a hump festival going on over here. We could also have hemp, okay, and yeah. Let's see what else we have. If we have a U, then we'll have purr, like I was saying earlier, pile number 2. All right. Mr. Pibbs over here. And let's see what else we have. I do hope we have an A and a T so we can have brat and pizza. Pizza brat, okay? We all need a pizza brat in our life. Maybe you guys are that pizza brat. Rizzler, okay? We have a G, okay? G. Gibbs, Gabby, okay? There's the U. A Bugs, B-U-G-S, Bugs. Oh boy, I hope nobody has a bug or has bugs going on. We also have a Pug, Maybe somebody has a dog or a pug or loves pugs. We also have rug. And we also have Susie here. Suze or Susie is here. And Shug or sugar, S-U-G-R, sugar. Maybe sugar really gives you guys upset tummies or IBS, because I am seeing maybe you guys, some of you here are very reactive to that. And burgers, okay? Ribs and burgers, going out to eat for something. Sure. Okay. And rebel. I feel like reb or rebel could be here. Sure. Hi. All right, they're saying hi and sure, and maybe short replies to things like just hi, or you say something and they're like sure, and it's like, okay, like what else, you know? Some people are just don't really text that much or don't really talk that much. We have Reese and Rue here, and yeah, one more letter. W. There's the W for whale, okay? And you guys had whale, and there is the W. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I'm sure there is some letters that I'm just like river. River is also here. Maybe somebody has the name River, or you met this person by the river, but I also see river. And river walk, maybe you guys went to a river walk. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Pile number 2, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, your feedback. If you'd like to share those with me, I'd be more than happy to receive those, pile number 2. And for those of you that would like a more detailed personal reading with me, details for how to request that are below. Thank you so much, pile number 2. I wish you guys the best of luck. And I do think something could come of this if people can get past their inhibitions of like saying something. I do think this could kind of go somewhere perhaps, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 2. Wishing you all the best and take care. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the mouse or the letter M. Thank you so much for being here today, pile number 3. Today's reading is talking about who is tempted to reach out to you. So more than one person may come through in this reading, pile number 3, and this is meant to be like a love-related reading, but there may be other people or other situations that come through as well. So namaste, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Let's go ahead for my pile number 3s and ask who is tempted to reach out to my pile number 3s. Okay, I don't know why I just got a little Cinderella in there, pile number 3, but let's go ahead, and maybe some of you are doing makeovers, or I don't know, pile number 3. You tell me. Who is tempted to reach out to my pile number 3s, especially my pile number 3s having a glow up? Let's go. Let's see. What is this person who wants to reach out? What is their message to pile number 3, please? What is this person's message? Guide us right and true for pile number 3. We have the 8 of Wands, wanting to make something happen today, now, not later, but now. So let's go ahead and get into it, and let's do your guys' oracle cards, okay? And perhaps somebody will be reaching out to you fairly soon. And when I say fairly soon, I mean in the next couple of days, pile number 3. So perhaps some of you are waiting for a message in general right now, and I feel like it's coming really soon here. So we've got unavailable, closed, emotionally and physically, okay? And maybe you guys are expecting news about somebody's travels or your own travels, or you're waiting for news about like if you can do something or if something is approved, or you're waiting for something to come in the mail. And I feel like it's forthcoming, okay? But let's look at this situation. We have unavailable, closed, emotionally and physically. Eyes of desire, admiring you, adoring you. Okay, well, admiring you from afar, pile number 3. Who is admiring pile number 3 from afar? We have abundance. You have done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Yeah, that's the 8 of Wands that I'm talking about. Like some of you expecting news or important news to come your way. You've done the work now. You've done everything that you can. Like, and I feel that's also true with this situation, pile number 3. Like, you've done everything that you can do, or you've put your best foot forward. It's up to this person to do the next thing, okay? We have Pisces here, and so perhaps some of you are dealing with a Pisces, or you've got some Pisces energy going on here where it's been kind of back and forth, or something has been a little unclear, or just up and down, back and forth, okay? And but also Pisces is a sign that has to do with flow, okay? And perhaps you guys have been working on your abundance, or you have been working on a project very hard, and it is time for something to just kind of flow to you now. Pile number 3, okay? And if something is like something is like multiple steps, and it's in creating an incredible amount of hardship, then my question to you, pile number 3, is that really worth it? Because, you know, I hate to be cheesy, but the things that sometimes, I mean, I know we have to work hard for things in life, but also we all need to go through periods of time where things are flowing. And perhaps some of you are about ready to hit a height of something, or hit the apex of something. And I kind of feel it could have to do with your work, your career, what you're doing, what you're working on, like something coming to a head, okay? And I know you guys are here to talk about who's tempted to reach out to you, but I also just feel like Spirit is saying, don't worry, like things are gonna flow to you, okay? Even if you felt that things, opportunities, people, etc., were like really closed off to you in the past, and you spent a lot of time like wanting things that you felt you couldn't have, okay? So I'm just telling you that, pile number 3. We have Mars Uranus here, and Mars Uranus definitely knows how to like shake something up. And perhaps some of you came into a person's life and you really shook things up for a person, okay? Mars Uranus is very sudden energy. It can be a little bit scary too, because things shift and change rapidly and so suddenly, and it can feel kind of like a forceful change that has to happen, okay? And you know, like something that kind of jars us out of our like insecurity, jars us out of our like complacency, jars us, like wants to push us towards something like change and excitement, grabbing the bull by the horns and like charging into a situation and changing it for the better. And I do feel like this person is saying, like, meeting you has changed me for the better. And meeting you was a complete shock. It was a complete surprise. It was a complete, like, whoa, like, world, like, opener, you know, like, ripped this person's world open in a lot of ways. And, like, the energy between you and this person is very volatile in some ways. I feel pile number 3. I mean, it's exciting and it's life-changing, but there's also, you know, a combustibility towards it, or there's a volatile energy associated with that, okay? And like perhaps the way you live your life is just different than other people. And, you know, that can be scary to people as well too. And maybe some of you are wondering, like with this mouse energy, did I make a bad impression on this person, or did they think, you know, I was like too much or disruptive or something like that? So we'll see, pile number 3, we will see. We have personal growth, moon in Taurus, and self-esteem. And I love the pearls here. I really do. I really, really love the pearls and the treasure that is you, pile number 3. And I feel some of you right now, I just had a feeling this card was going to come up. Perhaps you guys are working on your self-esteem right now. Perhaps you're working on some solid personal growth in your own life right now. And you are you are flowing to greater abundance and to greater financial security. And I feel something you guys have been wanting for a long time is coming your way. Now, I also feel like this person notices your eyes, your hair, your face, and also admires you because you're like a very classy person, pile number 3. Like you're very, you know, something about you is very like beguiling, or very, even for my women watching this, who you're very, like something about your femininity is very beguiling and very, like precious and beautiful is what I feel. And you're a very, classy person, I feel, pile number 3. And perhaps like you guys look really good in just like, you know, a black dress and a necklace, or black pants and a white shirt. Like I feel like you guys can really just pull off, like the rest of us may not look that interesting in outfits or attire like that, but I feel like you guys have such beautiful coloring, your faces and your eyes. Like the reason why I'm describing this, pile number 3, is because I feel like this person was really taken aback by you, and they feel really lucky, abundance. They feel really lucky to have met you. And perhaps some of you have beautiful complexions, or like very beautiful skin tones, or creamy type skin, or like you just look really lovely is what I feel, pile number 3, okay? And I do feel like, you know, not only do you have that on the outside, but your eyes tell this like deeper story. And perhaps some of you have very emotional eyes, or you have very intense eyes, or you have eyes that are very watery and emotional and can tell that like you've been through things in life, or that there's something deeper behind your eyes, like there's a deeper story there. And it's very like attractive to this person, pile number 3. It's extremely attractive. Like this person finds you to be like a natural beauty is what I feel. And I feel some of you here too, like you smell really nice, or like your voice is very unique or beautiful, or there's just something about you that's understated, but also incredibly like, just incredibly like beautiful. And it's almost like you don't know it is what I feel. And you guys are saying, gosh, Natalie, like stop telling me I'm going to get a big head, you know, or, but pile number 3, just listen to me, okay? Because I do feel like, you know, you are working on your self-esteem, and perhaps, you know, number 14 is here. So perhaps when you guys were teenagers, you didn't feel that great about yourself, or you were a little bit of a wallflower, or you were shyer, or, you know, you didn't have the best self-esteem. You know, a lot of people growing up look at things in magazines and pictures, and it really ruins our self-esteem. And I feel like, you know, getting really, whether you're a man or a woman watching this, but getting in touch with your feelings, getting in touch with your sensitivity, getting, like, I feel some of you have amazing skin as well, to like the touch, like very soft, very Venusian, very soft skin, you know, and perhaps some of you do have planets in Taurus or you have moon in Taurus, but this has been like a journey of personal growth for you guys, having to do with your self-esteem and really feeling, you know, special like you should, regardless of, you know, whether this person reaches out ultimately or not, is what I want to tell you guys, pile number 3, okay? And I'm not saying anything different than what this person already sees in you or thinks about you. Like that is why they noticed you in the first place, not just because of your physical beauty, but just something very pure about you. I feel pile number 3, okay? And now we have sacred sexuality as well. And, you know, you guys just have an abundance of, you know, divine feminine, sacred sexuality, energy within you that, and some of you may also be really amazing at dancing as well, or you may be like really gorgeous artists, gorgeous dancers, gorgeous girls in pile number 3, and boys if you're watching this too. But, you know, just it oozes out of you, and it is a very, you know, sacred energy. And pile number 3, the reason I'm giving a heavy sigh is because this person is, you know, pile number 3, here's what I kind of feel. Like sometimes we go after people who are unavailable or closed off because, like, in the long run, because it's safer, you know? And for those of you that have dealt with, you know, violence in relationships, Mars, Uranus, or you've dealt with a lot of extremes or yelling or things like that, perhaps it feels safer to, you know, perhaps it feels safer to have like crushes from afar, like Pisces kind of dreamy energy, or to like daydream about something. Or perhaps some of you here are trying to be really careful about like who you share yourselves with sexually, because in the past, perhaps maybe you felt taken advantage of by someone, pile number 3. But I just want to say that this energy right here, this unavailable, closed off, and Mars Uranus, I also feel like you guys are emotionally and physically closed off to people who are very rough and disruptive in your life, like physically rough with you, or pushing you too fast, too much, or making you very nervous because you don't feel safe around them. I do feel like you guys are very closed off to this type of an individual, but perhaps, you know, you have dealt with this type of an individual before, and, you know, perhaps this person has thought of reaching out to you. I don't really want to talk about that, pile number 3, because it's in the past and it's not, you know, it's not where you need to be right now. But I do want to say that, you know, sometimes we have to take certain actions to become, you know, emotionally and physically available to someone, but we're scared to do that. And perhaps some of you have somebody in your life who's been a little bit emotionally unavailable or physically unavailable to you, and they are your type, and they are the type of person that you'd want to be with, but you also know that unless something changes big time, like it may not work. So there's this kind of like wanting and needing, and, you know, as Madonna would say, wanting, needing for you to justify my love. You know, you guys know that song, Justify My Love. It's a black and white video. Watch it if you haven't seen it, because I feel like that's kind of like you guys. But at the same, you know, Madonna, that was like an amazing, you know, amazing video of her from back in the day. And it's one of my favorite videos, I would say, like music videos. But anyway, pile number 3, it's very, it's black and white, so it has that simplicity, but it's also like ridden with like innuendos, okay? So I do feel like there is somebody here that perhaps you guys are hoping shows up in this reading. Like, I hope that they show up because I want them to reach out to me, and they are a person that I would want to be with, but they seem unavailable, or they seem like they're not available for what I need, okay? And I just want to tell you that that is true. Like, you know, I do think that your intuition or your thoughts or your feelings about this Pisces, sacred sexuality, like you're wanting to be very careful about who you share your sexual energy with. And so you kind of want to know up front, is somebody like not available emotionally or physically, and if there's anything that could be done to kind of change that. Is also, you know, and Mars Uranus can talk about, you know, sudden violent changes, but it can also talk about needing to take action in order to make something change in this situation. And this person would need to take that action. You do know what I'm saying? Pile number 3, this person that you've been thinking of, and perhaps you've been tempted to reach out to this person too, but your self-esteem, you're like, I'm not going to, because my self-esteem, like I'm not going to put myself in that position. And I really, really am happy that you're moving forward. 8 of Wands, pile number 3, that you're moving forward on things in your life, okay? And we have flow. Wow. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Flow. But flow also implies that you're going with the flow and not against the flow, you know? And Mars Uranus can be when we're trying to change something impossible, or we're trying to work against the natural flow of something. Okay, so your life has a way of flowing in the right direction, pile number 3. And when you're aligned with situations that are similar to your energy, and I do feel some of you could meet like a spiritual partner, somebody who's very aligned with, you know, where you are spiritually, and they are also very spiritual, and there's this healing that can take place between you two. I don't know. I feel like some of you came to this reading, and this is the only reading where I'm saying this, pile number 3 out of all the piles. I think you kind of came to this reading maybe expecting to want to hear that a certain person that you like is going to reach out. But honestly, I feel like it's better if that person doesn't reach out, because what they bring to the table is kind of very disruptive and interrupts the flow, you know? And I actually feel like if you just stick with it and flow, like you're going to be run into somebody who like really sees these beautiful qualities within you, and somebody who's also very emotional, intuitive, spiritual. Like, I do feel some of you have the ability to meet somebody like that. So if you're here wanting to know, hey, I really like this person, are they the ones that are tempted to reach out? I think like in moments of like, you know, raw sexual passion or aggression, they may want to reach out and say something, but I also feel like this person is just not available, you know, and maybe they're, you know, like, yeah, this person is not available to me emotionally. They're available to me physically, but they're not there for me emotionally. And so we want to move you down the stream where there is that person who's available emotionally and physically. We have flow here. You can't control life's events. You can only control how you deal with them. It's easier to go with the flow when life challenges you. Emotions can overflow unless you release them. Okay, and that is very much like a Pisces thing. We see the moon here, the moon in Taurus, which, you know, I love the moon in Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus, but also Taurus can be kind of a controlling sign in a sense that, you know, the moon likes to be in Taurus because it's very stable, and perhaps some of you are looking for those stable emotional commitments at this point in life. But I also feel like there's an old chapter from your past that honestly I don't even want to talk about, because I don't feel like it's good for you. I don't feel it's good for me. I don't feel like it's good for any of us. It's like it's a volatile energy, and there may be somebody volatile from your past, but like I said, I don't really want to talk about that person. You may see like their initials come up when we start doing initials, but also too, just realizing if somebody is unavailable, closed off, and it's going to literally take an active force, will, or God to make them see your perspective or your way. Spirit's just reminding you that abundance flows much easier to you guys when you're not trying to control events. You're just flowing with life and releasing, emotions as you go, like the mermaid that you are, okay? Pile number 3. Now, I want to see what this person's message is to you. 4 of Swords. We have the 10 of Cups. Okay. And we have the King of Cups. Wow. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. Here's the thing, pile number 3. You guys are like, well, if this person cares about me and, loves me so much and thinks about me all the time and has all these overflowing emotions for me, why do I not hear from this person? Why does this person why do they always hurt me? Why do I not hear from them? Why are they unavailable? Why, when they come back into my life, does it feel like a shocking turn of events that I wasn't expected? And then I get all invested into this person, into their, and I do feel there is somebody here, and it could be a Pisces with the King of Cups, but there's somebody here, I feel like, who wants to apologize to you and has been thinking about apologizing to you from the past. Pile number 3, but I don't even know if that's really what you want to hear, because I feel like you guys are like, well, if that's the case, then why am I always like feeling very frustrated, and why do I feel like this person doesn't really pay attention to me or doesn't really like give me anything new? Or why do I feel like I always have to protect myself around this person? Okay. And that's a good question, pile number 3. That is a very valid question. And because I feel you guys are also practical in nature as well. So like, yes, there's this beautiful dream of me and this person coming together, but then if I don't hear from them, I assume the worst, okay? And then I feel like I'm the only one that's doing the work here, is kind of what I'm getting. And I do feel like there is somebody that perhaps you shared beautiful memories with. Pile number 3, I'm not talking about a violent person now. I'm talking about someone you actually shared beautiful memories with. But I also just feel like this person may dream about you, 4 of Swords, or they may meditate on the situation, dream about you. You may run through their thoughts now and then, or when they lay down to sleep at night, or when their mind is just quiet, then all of a sudden, they think about you. They wonder how you're doing. They're wondering how you're feeling. But at the same time, pile number 3, I feel like what you guys are saying is it really healthy for me to be thinking about what this person is dreaming about or imagining with me when my reality doesn't reflect this person, And I feel like with the 8 of Wands, we kind of have to keep it pushing. We need to be future focused, and we need to be moving in a new direction. And I feel it's kind of annoying, almost when you hear like this person's thinking about me, or they're marinating on these, beautiful, like dream-like moments that we shared together. And but they're still not available. That's the hard part of this situation, pile number 3. Like, they're still not available, and that's the issue. And I feel like you guys are just like, I can't really live in dreamland, you know, like I want something stable. I could sit here and think about this person and wondering, like, are they thinking about me? Are they, you know, do I come into their thoughts at night when they lay down? Yes, I feel you do. But what good does that do that? What good does that do if they're not standing right there with you, you know? And there is a practicality, I feel, to the moon in Taurus. And some of that practicality could really represent you guys' personal growth in saying, you know, unless I have a reason to continue on, or unless somebody is standing here with me, supporting me, then I can't, it's too frustrating. I can't keep giving my time and energy, okay? So I support you in that, pile number 3. I really do. And I support you in, you know, not losing your dreamy side, but also being practical about how you focus your energy love-wise, okay? So I really do think that's good, all right? And yeah, somebody who dreams about like a sacred sexual experience with you. But again, it's like, if you're not flowing in my direction and you're completely closed off to that, then what does that even get me? And I agree with you, pile number 3, and I think that's a mature way to look at life. It's like, great that you sit there and marinate on the times we shared, or that you've got feelings, but what about now? What about the present moment? And I agree. That's what being in the flow is too. It's the present moment. Here's some initials, okay? So we have the letter R. We have the letter S, okay? We have the letter M, and of course this pile was the M for the mouse, okay? Yeah, I do feel like it's like sleep, or like REM sleep or something going on here too, or sleeping or resting, thinking about you. But I don't know if you guys even want to hear that at this point, okay? Because what's real and in front of you, I feel like, is kind of what counts. I also feel the name Meg or Megan could be here. Let's see what else here. The word smug is kind of coming up. It's like, does this person feel like smug because of what they did? I don't know if they feel smug. I wouldn't take it that far, pile number 3, but you know, I don't like it when people are like all dreamy and into someone, but then totally unavailable. Like, that doesn't work for me either. So good for you on realizing that. We have a P here. We also have a T. Smart, okay? We're just missing the A, but smart. You know, making some really smart, practical choices. We have an N, okay? And we have an L. All right. PTNL. I don't know why I got something about parental controls. Maybe you guys were looking online and you're like, oh, these parental controls are frustrating. I'm not a child. Anyway, file number 3. We have MT, Mountain Time. Perhaps some of you are in Mountain Time or Montana or that area. We also have MN, Minnesota. You guys find yourself being the glue that kind of brings everyone together emotionally. You guys end up being the glue that brings everyone together. Pile number 3, I just want you to value yourself, okay, on that. And let's see what else here. We have an F, and then we have an A, Pat. I was gonna say the name Pat or Patrick's as a name here. We also have Rat, rattle, R-A-T-T-L-E, rattle. We're just missing the E, but rattle. Man. Yeah, don't let anybody rattle you, pile number 3. No way. We have tall, T-A-L-L. Someone's very tall. Glass, G-L-A-S-S. Tall glass. Someone's like a tall glass of water. We also have a nap or taking naps. Perhaps this is someone that you took a lot of naps with. And Matt, M-A-T-T, is also here. And we have Tam or Tammy, Tamra. Okay. We have Ant, A-N-T. Nat, which is my name, the start of my name, but this is not my pile number 3. Although I'm under no illusions, there are other Natalias or Natalies out there. Let's see what else we have. Tap or tapper. Okay. Stamp, like stamp of approval or a stamp in general. And Sam is here. Tan. Okay, staff, S-T-A-F-F, staff. Okay, and let's see what else we can find here. There's a lot of letters, and we have a C. Cat, cat. Maybe someone had a cat named Tapper or starting with a T name. We have cat. Okay, can't. Yeah, can't. Like just unavailable, can't, as we know. And let's see. Cars or car, somebody who's very into their car or quite into their cars. And we have Cam or camera or the name Cameron. Okay, let's see. Last letter, we have Mac, M-A-C-K, Mac, or M-A-C, Mac, like the makeup, or Mac truck is also what I'm seeing here. Okay, and A-C-K, lack, yeah, a lack of something, you know, a lack of what that other person is bringing to the table. Like they lack things, so they don't, you know, they can't bring everything to the table like you do, pile number 3, okay? And I think I'm going to, we also have snack, okay, snack. So perhaps you guys are looking like a snack, or perhaps you're ready to go have a snack right now. But thank you so much, pile number 3, for being here today. I wish you guys the best of luck, pile number 3, and I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, your feedback. Take care.